How old are you, Tanya?
I'm 13.
That's a shame. And here's another one while we have Tanya. This is one that I noticed sitting in an airport traveling one time, waiting on the next flight. All the children in the airport done start playing around each other. So the father's with his child, and the children are playing. No one's paid any attention to the color because they're colorblind at this point. So apparently the mother was the racist. I'm just making an assumption because she ran and grabbed that baby that was on the floor playing with other little black babies and snatched that little baby up
I've seen it.
and looked at her husband with this hostile look like, how dare you
Keep an eye on my
let my baby.
Right.
You know, what's your name, dear?
Tanya.
Tanya. Thank you for calling in this evening. I want you to think about something with regard to your friend and your friend's mother. If there's an emergency, just think about this. Not for you. This is what they need to think about, or anybody with that mindset. If there's an emergency and you dial 911, okay, what color is your help going to be? That's not
right.
directed at you, darling. I want you to think that they need to think about that. If someone's coming to break into your house, does it matter what color the thief is? All right? Because it's not going to matter. That's how silly and ignorant
That's right.
those kinds of positions are.
Absolutely.
It's a waste. It's a waste of the mind, and it's a waste of thinking, and it's a waste of teaching. What color is your help when you're in trouble?
That's right.
So that's not for you, darling. I just want that. Hopefully that'll help you to understand that they're not thinking rationally. Okay? All right.
I think the key thing is that we've seen is that, Tanya, you and your friend weren't having a problem. And then, Walter, with the example that you gave in the airport, those children weren't having a problem. So
That's right.
this evil was purported by the parents. So you can see the benefit when we teach our children the right way of respect, and then you see what happens when we don't. So it's got to start with the parents. It's got to start with the
Absolutely.
family. We got to teach them to respect versus racism.
Absolutely. And it starts with someone like Tanya, who's been our #1 student listener for Street Soldiers ever since we've been on the air. She's growing up and has been in the studio with us. And what I just want to say is this,
Yeah,
Tanya.
that's great.
You cannot change. Life is 90% of attitude. Attitude is everything, but life is 90% or 10% of what happens and 90% of how we respond
That's
to it.
it.
Exactly.
You cannot change his mother, and if his mother has more control over him, you cannot change him either. But what you can do is change how you respond. When he's wanting to be your friend, be his friend. But in the meantime, if his mother has insisted that he not be a part of you and share in his friendship with you, then your attitude is so big and bold because you're being nurtured by us here on Street Soldiers.
Absolutely.
You understand the dynamics that are motivating him. Find other friends.
Right.
And what he will do, because he will find himself usually standing all alone,
Alone.
he'll be strong enough one day where his attitude will let him know that the best thing he can do is be your friend. All right?
That's right.
We love you, Tanya.
Love you, Tanya.
God bless you,
Take
dear.
care, Tanya.
All right, baby girl.
Stinking thinking.
That's right. Gotta get rid of that stinking
Stinking thinking.
thinking. You got that
It'll
right.
kill.
It will
It'll kill everything.
Get rid of that stinking thinking.
Exactly.
And
It's
that's what we're
poison.
emphatically asking the sick people who may be listening to Street Soldiers tonight. 1075, call or talk to me. You're on the air.
Hi.